inspire, and transform, one reader at a time. Change your thoughts, change your life. Books are the gift that keeps giving. From all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, congratulations to Malik Books on 35 years of culture, pride, and community.
And elsewhere. You're locked into Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. You know, this is the show that keeps your group chats fed and the fake deeps exposed. Tonight, we've got trolls being humbled in front, or should I say at their job. We don't know if they were witnesses, but TikTok saw. Comedians warning moguls about karma, and that's just like the tip of the iceberg. We got a lot to get into tonight. So, first up, big ups to the Lakers. You know, they've been chilling. They play tomorrow. Advancing. You know, are we going to be, not that this is the goal of the season, I want to be
not at
clear. All. But, are we going to be the first two-time Cup champions?
As long as we get past OKC, I think we have the opportunity.
That's not the goal, but, you know.
It's a great progress
It's
report.
a nice little, bobble to add to the mix. We like
100%.
that, right? Shout out to that. All right, listen. Tonight we are getting into, there's a woman on TikTok, right? She was trolled by what I presume to be a white male with some racist feedback commentary. So she had time and she drove, I believe it was 2-3 hours, maybe a little longer than that, to confront said individual at his job. So we're going to get into that, the details of that, and ask the obvious question. We all like to pull up, or say we do, but should you pull up? We're going to talk about it. We're also going to get into, yes, we are continuing to talk about 50 and beef. So listen, yesterday we talked about Ja Rule, right? Somehow now Marlon Wayans is in the mix. And this has been going all day. Like, there might even be something happening right now as we speak.
Ja Rule as well.
Ja Rule's jumping back in? Yeah, so we're going to continue to address it because this one documentary seems to have hip-hop and the culture spinning. So we're going to talk about that. Plus more trending topics and headlines. But before we get into all of that, I have to start the night off with a couple of conversation starters, things you need to be aware of. And first up, big ups to Aja Wilson. She has been selected as Time's 2025 Athlete of the Year. She's the first WNBA, NBA, or NBA athlete ever to win. Now, we know she won a championship, another title this year. That's 3. She was the finals MVP, regular season MVP, defensive player of the year. Yeah, that's all in one season. 4-time league MVP, 3-time champion, fastest to 5,000 points. The cover will hit stands December 19th. And to quote Aja, Is it Asia?
It's Asia.
Okay, that's why I'm like, why am I jacking her name up? I'm listening to myself, and I'm like, this is not
I
right.
was like, who are you talking? Asia. I ain't never heard
Asia.
of
Asia. Okay, I'm like, why am I jacking her name up? So apologies on that. I think I'm on my way there. I'm making it real hard for people to chase after me. I know that's right. Shout out to her. Shout out to Bam Adebayo. That's Boo. That's Bae. And, you know, I appreciate her putting it down. And I'm a Sparks fan. Y'all know I'm LA through and through.
Gang.
But I appreciate what the Las Vegas Aces have done for the WNBA. I appreciate the next level dynasty that they've kicked in. It's still West Coast. You know, that's my team when we are on the outskirts. So, yes, I have backup teams. What about it? What of it? Andy?
I was pulling for the Mercury in the finals, but, you know, you can't deny greatness. And shout out to Asia Wilson for sure. She's definitely a great. Low key, might even be considered a GOAT maybe.
She's making a case. Most certainly.
She's in the combo.
She's definitely in the combo. And this is some sad news, but just wanted to make you aware. DJ Quik's son has been convicted of murder. The circumstances behind this are really, really tragic. And it's David Marvin Blake Jr., so it is his junior, right? And he's been convicted of second-degree murder for a 2022 shooting in Downey. And he shot from a motor vehicle. They say that it was great bodily injury. The victim was Julio Moses Cardoza. He was 33. It happened May 25th on Carfax Avenue near San Gabriel River. They're saying that Blake, DJ Quik's son, I don't want to keep addressing him like that, but just so you're connected, fired from a vehicle during a confrontation. The victim died the same day at the hospital. He'll be sentenced February 6th, and he's looking at potentially 40 years to life. And the case drew a lot of outsized attention, not just because he's Quik's son and the decades of hits that Quik put down, but there were questions about what really happened. Was it a setup? But the court has found him guilty. So we are sending lots of prayers and, good healing energy to DJ Quik and his family. When we come forward, we're going to get into more trending topics and headlines.
Your ride with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-550-9651.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-550-9651. That's 800-550-9651.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Check out the champagne. Everybody's glass.
KBLA Talk 1580 congratulates our own Keith Underwood, host of the weekend entertainment show Black in the Green Room, on his recent honor at the annual National Arts and Entertainment Journalism Awards. Keith received a first place award presented by the Los Angeles Press Club for his entertainment reporting, and we couldn't be prouder. Congratulations, Keith, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580.
Now back to more entertainment news with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Welcome back in. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. So, of course, you know how this goes down. If at any point you want to get in on the conversation, 800-920-1580. That's the number that you can dial. Or you can hit us up on social media, KBLA 1580. Hit me up at Stiletto Jill everywhere. And, of course, we have an app. Download the app so you can catch up on past episodes and get into the YouTube chat. That's our community, the VIPs. There's lots of conversation happening there. It's its own little entity, so go check that out. Okay, so before I dive into the TikTok topic, I think that this is a good entry point into the TikTok topic. That was a tongue twister. So, shout out to Pretty Brown Mimi in the chat. She asked if I was going to discuss Busta Rhymes being trolled by a streamer, right? So basically, this guy white kid walks up to Busta and asks to take a picture with him. And then, when his guy is recording, he's like, yo, I'm here with Tracy Morgan. So Busta is like, what'd you say? Right? Busta basically checks him and breaks him down like, no, but what did you call me? But why did you call me that? And the guy is like begging, well, they all said you were, Tracy. They all said Tracy. Busta was like, didn't nobody say Tracy? Nobody yelled that out. Right? So basically, he told dude, you need to watch who you playing with because some folks aren't playing. Right? We've seen this time and time again. These streamers go and try and play with people's face, try to do their own versions of prank shows. But not everybody's in a jokey mood. Not everybody matches up with your humor. And people don't like being disrespected. So
he does kind of resemble Tracy Morgan, though.
I mean, sometimes, but still, stop playing with people, right? So that leads us into the TikTok expose. Okay, so I think this woman's TikTok is now private. It was, a friend sent me this TikTok like a couple of days ago, and she had made her account private. But basically what's going on is there's a woman in Tennessee, right? And a man who commented on her post. There's some political stuff happening, something about school boards and districting and whatnot that is happening that she was speaking out about. And this man left a comment. Now, what I want to say about the comment is nobody knows what the comment is that he left. Because you know how sometimes on TikTok, offensive comments are hidden? The comment was hidden. And, you get the option to reveal the comment to your followers if you want to. That happens sometimes. We've all seen that, right? And so she's chosen not to. She never revealed the comment on her timeline. And she also has not revealed what he said. But she said that it was extremely racist, misogynist, all of the things, right? So this man discovered that the internet is not a safe space. TikTok is not private, and you better stop playing with people, right? Casual racism isn't going to fly. So she drove and pulled up, right? She drove 3 hours. She researched him, right? And allegedly, some people are saying that the conversation stemmed from, Trump has taking away free visitation on MLK Day and Juneteenth. So it was something around those conversations and something about how allegedly black people should be grateful for the holidays that they get and stop whining. Something along those lines or something like that, right? And may have, this is allegedly, we don't know if this is true, may have referred to black people as uppity Negroes. Maybe, right?
So the woman is black.
The woman is black. And the man is white.
Got it.
So she said she had time. She advises people not to do this, by the way, right? But she said, I'm standing 10 toes down. I'm burning 3 hours worth of gas.
Wow.
And I'm going to pull up. So she recorded herself. She did not record Michael. I would have played it for you, but it's a little lengthy. And, there's like some silence because the gentleman was stunned. She was like, yeah, you left a comment on TikTok. And Andy, do you want me to pull it up so we can play it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to pull it up. But just know that Michael was stunned. And she was like, you're going to apologize to me, right? And Michael was probably standing there, mouth aghast, wondering what is going on. And she was basically like, see how easy it was for me to find you? Do you see how easy it was for me to come up to your job and confront you? Right? She said, it's not cool, right? So she said, I wrote this apology and I want you to read it. Read it aloud right now. And she says, you can choose not to. And if you don't, she said, then she would inform his wife that he had a Grindr profile. Now, Grindr is generally for gay men, not married men. And there you go. So he read the apology and she took that back and she was like, thank you. And she left and returned to her car. Now, one, that is the definition of mess around and find out, right? Like, don't play with people because you never know. Some people are crazy, right? People like to play like they're invincible and then they crumble when the consequences show up in their face, right? We're constantly taught to ignore racism, but silence has never stopped our abuse. Correct. Accountability, though, makes it a whole different ballgame. However, don't do this. Be safe, right? Here's the thing. Michael could have been equally as about that life. You think about that time. Remember, it was about 10 years or so ago on Christmas Day when the two guys were having an argument about Kobe Bryant on Christmas Day. And the dude was like, meet me in Temecula. And the dude pulled up. Some people don't got nothing to lose, nothing to live for either. So, one, common sense says, we've talked about this. One of the downsides of social media and the internet culture is that people don't realize you could get punched in the mouth for the stuff that you say. It has emboldened people in a whole new way. You feel comfortable getting out of pocket. This should be a reminder as always. I know we've seen people get their jobs snatched, things exposed, but realistically, you are not as hidden as you think. And somebody is really about that life, and you have no idea which somebody that could be, So, listen, kudos to her. Be safe. Oh, I said I was going to pull it up so we could play it for you. Right. So I'm going to pull that up. But in the meantime, right, I think there's a theme of the night. Andy, what were you going to say?
She had to have been strapped. You going to drive that long to confront a situation? Like, I'm sure she has some sort of weapons or something like that.
You think so?
100%. You really just going to go up there, not have any weapons, not
Maybe
knowing
she
what?
thought because she was going to his job, right? Somebody's not going to necessarily be strapped at work, pew-pewing or whatever. She researched him, so maybe she knew what type of individual she believed him to be based off of his physical appearance.
That's real.
So, I mean, but still, I would not do that because you don't know, right? You don't know what's going on out there.
Also, once again, just watch what you say online, period. Because you don't know who's watching. You don't know who will come after you. And you might not even have a political conversation in nature. It could be about gardening or something like that. You say something that's going to offend somebody. Just, be vigilant.
Fahima in the chat says, Joy Reid also shared how a brother responded to a racist white man, came on his live with racist comments after claiming to ask for assistance. The brother also found and researched the racist. I mean, listen, IP traces are a very real thing. Most people do not even understand how IPs work, and just how even things like sometimes the metadata from a photo, right? Like you can take a photo, and if you send that photo to a friend, right? Not saying any of you would do this, but let's say you weren't being honest about your location or something. There's information in that photo that will tell the date, time, sometimes the location where said photo was snapped. Andy?
Sounds like you got a story behind that.
I don't. I actually don't. I have no story behind it. I'm just aware of how things go down. I'm just aware of what people can do and how there is a digital footprint, even on seemingly innocuous things.
I mean, look, AI is here. So I'm already like, everything is under surveillance in my opinion. So I don't think anything
is untouchable
100%.
As far as that goes. I mean, these are facts, but not just, it's like, and people are cuckoo. They don't have anything to do. This could be their moment. You could be their moment. Think about the fact that a Twitter argument made it all the way to Kobe Bryant when it was over him. These two individuals never in their life thought that they would be listening to Kobe Bryant have a conversation about them. Right? So, I mean, people got to stop playing with people, though, because everybody is not, just for play. I don't know. But I wouldn't advise pulling up. I really wouldn't. I think it's dangerous. I think that you don't know what you can get. I think that also, we have seen occasions where people thought that they were the tough one and got rocked royally and embarrassed. So we don't want that for you guys either. All right. From one internet troll to another, and I mean that in the most loving way possible. Once again, shout out to 50 Cent. The Reckoning, Sean Combs, or is it Sean Combs The Reckoning? Sean Combs The Reckoning. I always reverse it, but you know what I mean. Is number one in multiple countries. Multiple. I thought they didn't care about the culture, but that's a side conversation. It's doing well, right? But as discussed last night, not everyone is excited about the situation. Not everyone feels like Fiddy's heart was in the right place and space, right? And I mean, I said that when it initially was announced. We all know that. And listen, is it fair? Not necessarily, but it is what it is. Well, when asked about it, Marlon Wayans, said that 50 should be careful because karma is a real thing, right? Well, 50 never backs down from a challenge. And he has responded, and it has kicked off a back and forth of, I don't know. I'm wondering if 50 has met his match, right? Because Marlon is equally as silly and trollful as him. We've seen them post pictures. Well, 50 has posted pictures of Marlon. Of course, everybody's going to go for the white chicks thing. That's the obvious, first, easiest, and, kind of womp. That doesn't really hit for me because we know it's coming, right? But Marlon found a picture of Diddy and 50 in a hot tub, not AI generated. And they're going back and forth. 50 was playing clips of Marlon talking about having gone to Diddy parties and having a good time, and that he's never seen anything like that, which is valid. There are a lot of people that had that same experience. And as was proven in court, the freak-offs were never about these mass celebrity orgies that people wanted to believe that Jaguar right. Like, that's crazy to me, too. People are talking about Jaguar was right. See. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. Jaguar told you guys that she personally rescued women from Diddy and Epstein's Island, walked them out, held their hand. That woman was lying and taking things that have been circulating on the internet, which a lot of these stories about Diddy has been, and regurgitating them. She was. But that's a separate story. Diddy and Marlon are going back and forth. And Marlon, I feel, is one of the ones that could swing back with a bit of ease behind it. I am going to tell you the dig that Marlon launched that I feel has a lot of people saying, well, he has a point there. When we come forward, we're going to get into all the details of that. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Nice and small on with these clowns. In the race for the cheese, I run laps around. As soon as I step on stage, the crowd applauds. As soon as my sneaker went in stores, Reebok stock soared. I ain't gotta say I'm a boss. You can tell the East Coast crib the size of a small hotel. This journalist write about me, leave me confused. Had me feeling like the heavyweight champ when he lose. I read somewhere I'm homophobic. Go through the hood, it's mad, it's on my. Now we can get hostile, or we can do this smooth. TNT around, I can still make move. This is what you call riding music. All the gangsters are riding to it. Come on, let's roll. I can show you how we do it.
Are you ready for the hottest entertainment scoop in Los Angeles? She's bringing you exclusive interviews with today's biggest stars, behind the scenes Hollywood insights, and all the entertainment news you need to know. She's breaking down what's trending, what's ending, and what's just beginning in the world of entertainment. You're riding with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is running for U.S. Senate, but some political analysts say the odds are stacked against her.
Normally vote Republican, but really will not like Ken Paxton.
GOP strategist Vinnie Manchillo claims she's banking on Gen Z turnout, which has historically been low. No Democrat has won statewide in Texas in over 30 years. A dozen former FBI agents are suing after being fired for kneeling during a 2020 protest following the killing of George Floyd. The lawsuit claims their First and Fifth Amendment rights were violated, even though investigators later cleared them of wrongdoing. Senate Republicans are weighing different health care plans, with some pushing to keep Obamacare subsidies in place and others calling for the expanded aid to end. Lawmakers are set to vote on a Democratic proposal later this week, though it's unlikely to pass, and Republicans have not yet settled on a counterplan. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Slowing in Pasadena, eastbound side of the 210, delays from Mountain in stretches all the way to Foothill Boulevard ahead in Upland from Baseline to the 215. It's very tough on the 101. This is heading southbound out of Agoura Hills, leaving Liberty Canyon Road. You're on the brakes all the way into downtown Los Angeles and Santa Monica. Eastbound side of the 10 jammed from Cloverfield to the 5 in Boyle Heights, and in Irvine, that 405 northbound slowing from the 133 all the way to Westminster Boulevard.
Get your vehicle ready for all that extra holiday driving at your local Big O Tires. For a limited time, save $100 instantly on select sets of tires with paid installation. For your nearest store, visit BigOTires.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
Dodger star Shohei Ohtani was named Associated Press Male Athlete of the Year for the third straight year. It's the fourth time Ohtani has been honored by AP. He joins four-time winners LeBron, Tiger Woods, and cyclist Lance Armstrong. We're in week 7 of the NBA regular season. Lakers star Luka Doncic is still leading the league in scoring with 35 a game. Top 5 women's college basketball teams in this week's top 25 poll: UConn, Texas, South Carolina, 9-1 UCLA, and LSU. 7-2 USC is number 16. Alabama State quarterback Andrew Body was named HBCU Player of the Year. Despite missing 4 games with a shoulder injury, the junior from Corpus Christi, Texas, threw for 1,770 yards and 20 touchdowns. Body also had 4 rushing touchdowns. Congratulations. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, y'all, come on. Come to
At KBLA Talk 1580, we fight the power every day.
Yeah, gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey.
I listen to KBLA and I love the commercials. I know what the commercials mean. I also, if I'm looking and trying to figure something out, I need something to talk to me that might hit me. And it happens on TV because, you know, every time they show a sporting event, they got the pharmaceutical companies back to back telling people how to fix the sickness on the same stuff that they sell them. So we get it.
Yep, we get it too, Chuck D. And that's why at KBLA Talk 1580, we don't black down.
Drop it. Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power.
If you have asthma, you know that there are certain things that can set off your asthma symptoms. These things are called triggers, and patients with severe asthma have an average of 8 triggers. It could be pollen, dust, pollution, colds, viruses, smoke, or stress. If you know your symptoms, you have already taken the first step to managing your asthma. The next step is to write your triggers down in a notebook or journal and record your symptoms when you come across those triggers. This will give your healthcare provider valuable information about what you can do to help manage your triggers. By understanding your triggers and writing them down, you are on your way to taking back control of your lung health. Visit luma-edu.com for more guidance. This message is brought to you by Amgen and AstraZeneca.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. Shout out to Jody Watley. Dorsey Don Jody Watley. Jody Watley went to Dorsey. D House in the building. Okay. We're back on this Diddy doc. I mean, okay, so today is December 9th. The doc dropped December 2nd. It's been exactly a week. And we're still talking about it. And we're still not done, right? Like, there's so many things to discuss with it, right? Now, here's what Ja Rule had to say. He said, "Let me be clear. This isn't about Diddy. He's already in jail serving time, as he should be. This is about the sucker Curtis acting like he's hip-hop moral savior, going on TV with them tight, nasty suits and that big jug head when you're no different, allegedly. I wonder when it went wrong. They looked so happy together." He posted a photo of 50 and Diddy at a party, right? I already told you last night that he talked about maybe he should do a documentary putting up information about Daphne Joy accusing 50 of assault, grape, furniture destruction, which we talked about. He was, there was some things that happened. Ja Rule also posted this quote. "The mother of 50 Cent's child accused the rapper of trying to burn them to death after a suspicious fire ripped through their Long Island home earlier today." This was back in 2008, by the way. "He tried to kill me and his own child," said Shaniqua Tompkins, who miraculously, 50 says mysteriously, survived the suspicious 4 a.m. blaze, which leveled the $2.4 million mansion in Dix Hills, right? That was back in the day. Listen, 50 is also accused. What is that picture? Is that Marlon? Marlon in the rainbow thing? So here's the thing, right? 50 is probably cracking on Marlon. I haven't seen the post yet about, Marlon being a pro-gay queer advocate. But here's the details behind that. Marlon's son transitioned. He is supporting his child. He is loving his child regardless of the circumstance. And he is trying to make sure his child has a safe space. You may not agree with it. It may not be the road that you would choose for you and your family, but that is what he is doing for he and his, right? Now, we could argue that 50 doesn't understand that type of bond with his son because of the relationship he has with his oldest son. Again, listen, I want to be clear. I like 50. I respect his business acumen, but I think that we know you survived 9 shots. 50, your brand is bulletproof, literally, right? So you can take the heat. And it's coming. And 50 trolls people about real life circumstances regardless. He said he was smoking on an Irv Gotti pack when Irv passed. Right? I mean, so from that angle, I feel like you getting what you getting. Respectfully.
But see, that's why, in my opinion, none of that stuff hits to me. Nothing is like, oh, man, you got 50 on that one.
Well, this is the thing that I do think with the domestic violence thing, though, I do think you kind of got him because it's a slippery slope and a tricky road. And we know that can turn on you at any given time. He's managed to sidestep it, right?
Now, when we say got him, what are we talking about?
Okay.
Is it like is it like an embarrassment type situation?
I think, what I mean is I think that it is an area that 50 would rather not talk about, go into.
Okay.
I think, everybody has a little tender spot.
That's fair.
And I'm not saying that he's afraid but he can't go hard like he might have done 8-10 years ago. Right?
That's fair.
This is what Marlon said to him. And this is what I mean by a kind of gotcha moment. This is what Marlon said. He posted a picture of him on the golf course, somewhere exotic, smoking a cigar, a very expensive one, I gather. Seems like an Italian one, maybe. Ligra Dente. I have to ask Zoe Williams. We know he would know. He spends time at the cigar spot. So I'll ask him about the brand. But, he said, for the record, because people are saying, because Marlon made that statement, he's willing to die on a hill defending Diddy. And I think people are questioning your reasoning with supporting the subject of the documentary. I think those are two different things, but I get y'all. Sometimes people say they're one and the same, and it is for them, but it is not for many. So what Marlon said is, for the record, I don't condone any abuse of women, period. Unlike some people who have a track record of domestic violence, I got 5 sisters and a mother I honor. I rep us always. Don't let anyone create narratives. I think that is a thing because, listen, not every man has domestic violence rumors attached to them. People can throw a lot of shade at you for a lot of different reasons, but there are some things that will never be said about you, and if they are, that it is in a lie, simply put, something not even to be entertained. For Marlon, this is one of those things, right? It doesn't mean that he's a better man per se, just not that man, right? And I guess the point is, for some, how are you letting him get away with vilifying Diddy for all of this and not taking a peek into his own backyard, right? I say sometimes, even from complicated situations, the truth and a good thing can emerge. So I'm not mad that Diddy did I'm not mad that 50 did the documentary on Diddy. I'm just saying he had to expect, knowing that it wasn't just, oh, I want to rescue the victims. Oh, I care about the victims. It's not. And that's okay. Not for some, but realistically, that's okay. You want to get the word out. But I don't understand how 50 thought no one was going to bring up his past issues. Fair is fair, right? It's cool when they do it, so it's got to be cool too over here. When we come forward, more trending topics and headlines. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Your ride with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
The laws have not changed in California. All workers must be paid properly and protected from retaliation. Retaliating against a worker or not paying them because of their immigration status is illegal. Don't believe the lies. California laws protect all workers, regardless of immigration status. Document retaliation and wage theft. Report it to the Labor Commissioner's office. Learn about your labor rights. Visit wagetheftisacrime.com.
Life in Los Angeles is vibrant, diverse, and full of opportunity. But sometimes a bad day in LA isn't just a bad day. Being treated differently or unfairly because of language, race, ethnicity, religion, or a medical condition can happen to anyone, and it is against the law. Have you faced unfair treatment when shopping, receiving services, or by an employer in the city? The Los Angeles Civil Rights Department enforces civil and human rights law to reduce private sector discrimination. We're here to work with you to find remedies, corrective actions, and help to connect you with needed resources. Don't let discrimination and unfair treatment go unchecked. Report your discrimination complaint at laisforeveryone.com. We want to hear your story. Visit laisforeveryone.com because your civil rights matter.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You're listening to Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Welcome back in. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. Okay, I haven't forgot. We are going to play the TikTok for you. Give us just a second. But, kind of in wrapping up the 50, Ja Rule, Marlon, whomever else, I think it's this. I don't think it's about dying on a hill defending Diddy. I think it has more to do with it's such a slippery slope to sit so morally high at times where you forget that, you have your own things as well that people could turn onto you and discuss in a light that you probably wouldn't be cool with. We've heard how you talked about your son, right? And I will say this. I know 50 says a lot. Now, I can't say this with certainty, but my feeling is I still don't think, as harsh as he is with all of that, I still don't think it's something he wants to play out in the public. I still don't feel like it's something he wants to rehash and go through, right? 50's a cancer, crusty on the outside, soft and gushy on the inside. He posted a clip of Chelsea Handler talking about how sweet of a man he is, right? Which is a conversation other people have about some other things, but we'll get into that another time. So let's listen to the TikTok from, her name is The Villain You Made. And this is her confronting the gentleman at his job.
Oh, shit. Oh, I think this is the right building. I think this is his car. All right. Let's see how this goes. Hello. I'm looking for a mic. Does a mic work here?
Yeah.
Can I speak to him?
Sure. What's this about?
Are you Mike?
Yeah.
Can I step inside? It's cold.
Sure.
Thank you. How you doing? Nice to... So, a couple days ago, you left a comment under somebody's comment section. Uh-huh. Do you remember that by any chance?
Not really.
It was regarding Tennessee, District 7. Yeah, well, John, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I was that person that you commented under. Oh. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Crazy world. But I just wanted you to know, you see how easy I found you? It's not cool, right?
No.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you the opportunity and apologize, or I'm going to show your wife the grounded account I found. How do you feel about that?
Not good.
Right. It's crazy world out here. So I did make this apology. in case, you don't have to. I understand it's hard, but all you have to do is read this nice little apology I wrote. Thank you. Go ahead.
Mike.
Uh-huh.
Do apologize for my actions.
Uh-huh.
And I see the consequences of my actions.
Uh-huh.
And I will not do
Say it
this.
louder.
I will not do this to anyone else ever again.
Oh, good job, Mike. Thank you. I'll take that back from you. Yeah, I need that for other people. It was really nice meeting you. And
so that was that, She came to his door. She came inside his place of work. I don't know if there were other individuals in there. I'm not sure what type of setup it was. As I said, she kept the camera at an angle where you could really only see her. Fair, smart. But I wouldn't do it. This is a Venn diagram of chaos.
I'm shocked. I loved it, but she might have some screws loose too. And I guess in a good way, but I don't know. I saw like a level of evilness. Like if you happen to catch the video and you just look at her face, like, yeah.
Looked a little, as the kids say, diabolical.
100%.
So as I mentioned, on her TikTok, which I'm not sure if it's back open, it was private earlier, as of a couple of days ago. She made it private because the video went viral, and I don't know if she expected, but she talked about leading up to this and her process of researching the IP, and she did advise people not to do this. She said it was crazy, it was foolish. People were asking exactly how she used the IP to find him. She didn't give that information, but yeah.
Did she ask? I mean, did she answer just what was the motivation? I mean, I get
because she just felt that what he said was so egregious that she wanted to address it in person and just see what would happen. Pull up, right? Look, again, I would not go and pull up on a stranger, but I feel it. I understand. I really do, because the internet has made people lose good sense. Tact, morals, common sense. But we'll see what happens from there. Wrapping up on 50 Ja Rule Marlon, we'll see how far it goes, right? Again, we can't forget Alexandra Shippleton. I'm jacking up her last name. That is the executive producer. She is the one who primarily did this work. Please understand, 50 wasn't doing the research, conducting the interviews, all of that. He was the financier and had some insight and some input in it. There are a lot of people talking about the holes that were left out in the documentary. It doesn't really cover Diddy's relationship with Sarah Chapman in too much detail or go into that. Kim Porter kind of disappears as a character of the documentary when she breaks up with Diddy. We know that there are rumors and allegations there. Some are disappointed that they didn't follow more down that road, especially given that Al B. Sure was featured in the doc, and he has been very vocal implying that Diddy had something to do with the death of Kim Porter. So some people are disappointed in that. Some are asking, where was Mace? Why wasn't there more talked about with what happened with Mace and his career? But again, there's so many different threads and angles that you can look at. I think this did a very good job of building an idea, according to them, of who this man was and how he arrived at the point that he did. All right, listen, one more story. I don't think that we're going to have time to play the video because the video is like 3 minutes long. So we'll just discuss it, right? We've been talking a lot about Todd and Candy and the divorce, and it's 1 minute? Okay, well, never mind. We can
play 1 minute. I think 1 minute will suffice.
All right, we're going to play 1 minute of the video. It's Eboni K. Williams, and she is talking about what she did for herself as a mother and why.
Yeah, part of the reason that I decided to be a single mom by choice, Carlos King, and use a donor and not have a father for liberty, not use a friend, not have a co-parenting situation is because I knew my circumstances professionally would put me in Candy's exact situation. And that I would very possibly end up paying child support for my own daughter. Oh, absolutely. Excuse me. I would easily be in a position to have to go in front of a judge looking just like this and plead my own case for my own daughter that I carried and birthed to say, despite my travel schedule, my work schedule, my sometimes lack of real-time availability, I assure you I can make sure all of her needs are met, because that opens the door, Carlos, for exactly this, where a father, despite the relationship between me and the father, despite what we even previously agreed to, could then say, Your Honor, look at her. She's outside. She might be outside for very wonderful, noble reasons, but she's away from home.
So listen, society celebrates working fathers, right? But they punish working mothers. And for Black women, there's a bigger thing at times. Candy is known for protecting her coins as well as making them. Mama Joyce warned about that. I guess what she's trying to say is she felt like she had to get a surrogate if she wanted a child because she did not want to have to give up her funds. And I know people are going to say, but men have been dealing with that their whole life. That is patriarchy. That is, men were cast in the role of providers, and that is the role that they wanted to take on. That is why they want to lead and not follow. Right? So if you don't expect your woman to work, or she couldn't work at the time period, then you have to fill that gap. This is not that, right? Men, you don't care where women work. Generally, you're not worried about that. So I don't know. We'll talk about it more later. Listen, thanks for locking in. I'll be back here tomorrow, 6 p.m. to hit you off with more trending topics and headlines. Coming up next is the voice of reason, Zoe Williams. I'll holla.
Cameron D and Destiny, Charlie's Angels, come on. Bring it. Question, tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own rings. Only ring your celly when I'm feeling lonely. When it's all over, please get up and leave. Question, tell me how you feel about this. Try to control me, boy, you get dismissed. Pay my own condo and I pay my own bills. Always 50-50 in relationships. The shoes on my back.